The man who taught Victor Radley his aggressive tackling technique has slammed the crackdown which has resulted in a 5-match ban for the Roosters enforcer. Adrian Lamb coached Radley as a youngster and says his protégé style is what people like about rugby league.
A self-inflicted wound for Victor. He was bleeding blue last night, wiped out of Origin and the Roosters. He hit back at those, saying low tackles are the way of the future.
Tackling low or stuff that people have been saying is the answer, just isn't the answer. I can't be premeditating tackling low and getting myself knocked out and copping elbows and hips. Obviously, I know I can't hit the head, but tackling low isn't the answer.
Radley says he'll continue to try and tackle with force.
I'm really happy with my tackling style. I don't think my tackling style needs adjusting. I've been taught from a very young age from very, very good coaches, Adrian Lamb, Craig Fitzgibbon. I'm a great tackling style, and just because they decide to change the rules midway through the season doesn't mean I have to change my tackling style.
Victor mentioned his junior coach, Adrian Lamb. Lamb is now coaching Wigan. He taught the Roosters tough guy his tackling style at the Clovelly Crocodiles.
Would it be sad to see Victor Radley have to change as a footballer?
Yeah, absolutely. I think in the modern day, you know, with players getting bigger and bigger, how do you contain or how do you defend against those sort of players in today's game? And I think that style that Victor has is the only way you can sort of combat against it.
Lamb says Radley needs to be wary of his contact area in defence, but says he's a reason to watch football.
It brings crowds back to the game. Our game's a contact sport, and it's a sport where people love to see collisions. And when he's defending the way that he does, he has it like a dip and a punch action, you know, like a launch action into his contact area. I don't think he needs to change that at all. In fact, I think more people probably need to defend that style.
Danny Weidler, 9 News.
Suspensions plus injuries have created selection chaos for Origin, and the poor form of potential replacements is only adding to Brad Fittler's headache. Blues 5/8 Cody Walker admits he and his Souths teammates are not playing well enough to be chosen.
This week is all about bringing different groups together. The NRL and NBL are both celebrating Indigenous Round, so a group of South stars bounced into Kings training. Latrell Mitchell hogging the headlines as usual. The Rabbitohs have conceded some basketball-like scores in recent weeks. Cody Walker appears resigned to losing his New South Wales jersey and fears for his teammates too.
Probably the last thing on my mind at the moment. You know, we're not performing as a team, I suppose, to even credential a mention in a side like that.
Cameron Murray can't be blamed for South's slump. He's missed the past month with an ankle injury. Murray will be an automatic selection for Brad Fittler if he makes it through his comeback match against the Eels.
I haven't played for a couple of weeks, and seems like the game's getting faster and faster each week. So, yeah, it'll be a big challenge for me on the weekend, but you know, I'm more than ready to face them.
Clint Gutherson is facing an uphill battle to keep his Blues spot, but feels he's in better form than 2020.
I feel like I'm a lot more consistent and a better player than I was at this time last year, so it's look, it's out of my control.
Saturday's match could be a preview of the Origin hookers battle. Damien Cook against Reid Marnie.
If he gets the crack for Queensland, it'll be great for him, not great for us. I hope Cookie beats him if they play, but this week we need Reid at his best because, as you said, Cookie is one of the best nines in the comp.
Luke Dovesey, 9 News.
$1 million man Shawn Johnson is confident he'll be snapped up soon, whether it's by Cronulla or another club.
It's probably not a bad time to be an off-contract halfback, really. There has been a bit of movement, and certainly with the way the game's sort of heading and the way the game's, you know, being played, that sort of instinctive, you know, playing what's in front of you type of half might get more of a look in now.
Johnson plays his 200th game this weekend.
A Red Hill exodus appears imminent, with Tom Dearden and Matt Lodge both expected to exit the Broncos in the coming days. Tonight, Jonathan Thurston tells 9 News how he plans to help out Dearden when he arrives in Cowboys country.
Tom Dearden appeared to spend today farewelling Broncos players and officials, intensifying interest over an early release to the Cowboys.
There is some discussions happening around that, but I don't believe nothing's come to fruition just yet. But yeah, as the moment, Tommy's still a Bronco.
Nine News understands the halfback will be in North Queensland as early as next week, accelerating his education from the Cowboys' greatest ever halfback.
Obviously at the Broncos hasn't had much leadership around him to help develop his game, so it's a massive signing for the club, the Cowboys. Certainly I think he will be the future of the club. He's got Michael Morgan there as well, so we've got some really good halves that can certainly help develop his game.
The Storm are preparing for another stint on the Sunshine Coast, with Melbourne's latest COVID outbreak to keep Craig Bellamy's men in Queensland indefinitely.
Some of the guys are a little bit rattled, because their families were going to come up, for 3 days off after this game, and so that won't be happening now. And obviously the guys can't go back there either.